What do you make of this downside move in futures right now? As I just mentioned, the Dow just very fractionally lower right now.
Well, the word of the day that we'll talk about momentarily is chaotic, and that's what you see. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason or direction in the market each day. Futures will be down 200, up 200. You really can't try to trade this market on a day-to-day basis because it just is taking these news flows, and the news is good, and then the news is bad, and Trump changes his mind, and then there are new problems that pop up. Very tough in the short term. Key to investor success is take a longer-term view.
Yeah, by the way, just for the audience, I'm looking at my computer. I'm seeing Dow futures lower, but right now on the screen, looks like they're positive, but still well off their highs of earlier. So maybe speaking to your point of being chaotic. Your pick for today is Amazon. So I'm going to front run you a little bit. I got to ask, so much tariff risk when we're talking about Amazon. In their third-party seller business, there's a lot of tariff risk. There's some danger possibly to its ad business with an economic slowdown. And even in their cloud computing business, we could see the metals and other things that go into servers increase in price, so potentially threatening the margins. Why buy Amazon here?
Well, as we just mentioned, we think the best thing investors can do is try to take that 9 to 12-month time horizon, not look at the next month or two, because the news flow in most companies is pretty negative or scary over the next month or two. In terms of Amazon, we think they are a long-term winner, and you're buying it probably one of the better prices in the mid-20s in terms of PE that you bought in the last 5 or 10 years. We think ultimately there's going to be some sensibility eventually arrived at in terms of tariffs. We think Amazon ultimately is going to be a survivor and profit very handsomely, and you're getting it at a good price. But without question, there is more uncertainty than usual, but that's really the whole market at this point.
David, we were talking about the Bank of America Fund Manager Survey earlier. People piling into gold, also reducing their exposure to U.S. equities. When you're looking at portfolios, when you're advising clients, are you also advising similar moves, or are you seeing more opportunities here in the U.S.?
We're seeing more opportunities in the U.S. Again, a lot of short-term uncertainty, but stocks prices overall have come down to about 18 times earnings. Within that, there are lots of really good companies that are selling at 13 to 15 times earnings. We went into the year very cautious on the Mag 7, and at this point, we think that those stocks have done so poorly that they're at prices that are very attractive now. They're at about 24 times earnings. So there are lots of places to make money. We think gold has already had its day, so we would not be putting money in gold.